Hi there, my name is Ben and I like to read. Today we are going to be reviewing a novel by John Steinbeck, East of Eden. This has been considered one of Steinbeck's greatest literary achievements, and it tells the story of the Trask family in the Salinas Valley in Northern California, and the parallels in and of themselves, of course, the Trask family coming in, seeing this quite literal Garden of Eden, and essentially the family dynamics within that is very much reminiscent of the book of Genesis and the beginning of the Bible, so much so that it has been lauded for being a wonderful modern take and interpretation of the book of Genesis. Oh boy. Now, I don't usually come across a book that I don't enjoy, or at the very least can't appreciate. This one was, I don't know. This one wasn't for me, guys. This one was a tough read. Now, as you can see, it's a hefty book. It sits pretty at almost just about 601 pages. After reading the introduction and even everything like that, there is a fairly short one as well. This was just too much for your boy right here. I can appreciate, of course, I have appreciated Steinbeck's work in the past. He's very, very descriptive. And of course, you can tell that there's a lot of love put into this book. He really wanted to tell this story. That said, though, it's 600 pages of of the book of Genesis and the book of Exodus. So, it's, I don't know. For me, it's just it's a drawn out version of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden and Cain and Abel. Now, if that's something that you're into, pick this book up. That's fine. It's just, to me, it was just too strong. It's literally beating you over the head with religious overtones, so much so that you're just saying, stop, Steinbeck, please switch it up a little bit, give us a little something else. It's definitely it's solidly written. I guess you can say that. I'm trying to find some positives here. I did like the main female character, the mom. I believe her name's Caroline. For just being really, really, you can tell Steinbeck really made her out to be this evil, almost Lilith-like figure, who corrupted, or who attempted to corrupt the incorruptible, and of course by doing so, ended up destroying her family, destroying the paradise. So it's what I can appreciate is that he weaves the myth into a regular family story, essentially a story about a family who comes east. Comes from the east, goes to the west for a new beginning. The novel itself spans the late 19th century all the way up until the early 20th century. Of course, there is, like I said, that Cain and Abel piece in there with of course, the patriarch Adam Trask. Conveniently, he's named Adam. With his two sons, of course, being the Cain and Abel types. It's that I would say I kind of preferred that part of the book more, just because there is a sort of catharsis that you can come into, and also mainly because it's okay, this story is finally coming to an end, and I don't have to read this anymore. What I can appreciate about it, like I said, it's solidly written. If there's one thing that Steinbeck isn't lacking, like I said before, is the passion. He wanted to tell this story. I believe he's from Salinas, the Salinas Valley, so you can tell that this was a real labor of love for him. This is a chance for him to describe a place of the world that he really enjoyed. And I will say I can't fault that. There are some nice sequences in there where he is describing the valley and everything, and it's really, really, it's beautiful. Really, I was almost mesmerized by it, and I say almost because then again it goes boom right back over the head with the religious overtones. Look, I know he is one of the great authors of 20th century English literature. I know that He's written some books in the past that have been considered classics. I know this one is considered a classic, but I'm sorry, this 600 pages, 601, sorry, to be exact, and it just felt like 1200. It was a grueling read, at least in my opinion. I'd be hard pressed to say, like, to give this my okay, because I would say, like, you can skip on this one and it would be you wouldn't be worse off for it. It's not like other books that are shorter and better, or even ones that are longer and better. I don't know. It's just like I tried to like it. There's something about this book that just, I don't know. I'm happy that I read it just because I can say that I did, but that's really about it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say about this one. Grueling read, and yeah, if you want to skip out on it, geez, be my guest. On to the next one, it seems. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And thanks so much for watching.